Questions for Coach Stevens? Abby Chin.
Brad, you've talked a lot about this group's internal drive and strive to be great. What have you seen from this group over the last couple of days?
I would say more of the same. I mean, I think that we've had a good couple of days of prep. We know every time you play these guys how hard it's going to be, and certainly going to, expect a great shot as usual. So we have to play well. We have to build off of some of the good things we did the other day. But, it's a long game, and just going to have to play each possession as well as we can.
Question in person, Rachel Nichols.
What have you noticed helps contribute to a great Jayson Tatum game? Is it something in the prep of him leading up to it? Is it the position you put him in on the floor?
No, I think it's all – I think Jayson is, so mature for his age, so emotionally strong. I think he puts in a great deal of time, puts in a great deal of work. And I would say that he's just very consistent, and even in games where he doesn't make shots per se, he does a lot of little things that help you win. And so it's always, he's always prepared to do all that it takes to win. And that's a credit to him.
Yep. Follow up on a different subject. Your wife is here. We've had some of the coaches, Mike Malone, for example, make a big deal about just what a change that was to kind of, for the coaches to get some of that family support too, not just the players.
Yeah.
What has it meant for you on a practical day-to-day?
Well, I mean, from my own standpoint, I mean, she's she's the assistant coach, the agent, the psychologist, and everything else that I rely on the most. So it's great to have her here. And, we've talked many times that, whatever our next set of schedules is, I think including families earlier is very important.
Question in person, Rebecca Harlow.
Yeah, hey, Coach. With the three-point defense, I mean, Miami's numbers have come down every time, and I know you still expect them to hit those threes at any point during this game tonight, but is there a shift or a difference you're seeing in the decision-making of how you're defending those shooters, or what, without getting into the X's and O's, can you tell me about that?
Well, generally, we've been a good three-point defense for a long time, but but that's knock on wood, because those guys can go off at any time. They can make tough ones. They can make them when you're there. I go back to game 2 where, we certainly shot ourselves in the foot a lot of ways, but they also heaved a few in, and came back to win that game. And they were just shots that we couldn't have guarded any better. And so I do think that, they're very capable. All we're trying to do is make it as hard as possible. And again, it's easier said than done. And that's it. I don't expect it to be perfect. It's hard to take away everything.
John Corrales.
A couple of things here, Brad. First, the guys after the game talked about having fun in the second half. They just kind of got back to enjoying basketball. What does that mean? What does that do for a player to go out there and playing differently while they're having fun? And the second thing is, did you hear Belichick wish you guys luck today? Your reaction?
Yeah, I just saw that clip. It's nice. Another great win for them. And, we've always appreciated his and the entire Patriots organization support. We miss playing at TD Garden, where if this was a playoff game, we'd be looking around and a lot of them would be here. So certainly appreciate that sentiment from him. I think, not surprisingly, John, when you do your job really well, it's a lot of fun. So I think that's part of the fun we had. We really played hard. We really played together. We got energy from the way we were defending, the way we were moving the ball, running up the floor, playing with pace, playing with force. I think that we all can say we want to have fun. But if we don't play the right way or don't bring out the best in each other, it's hard to. So this is a game, when played well together, is that way. And that's what, you're striving for. All the time, certainly.
Last couple of questions. We'll go in person. Tim Reynolds.
When we get here early, we can't help but notice Jay's running Taco through some really wild stuff out there. Not wild, but stuff you wouldn't expect from a 7'6" guy, like two-ball dribble. And there will never be an NBA player where he's called upon to dribble, I wouldn't imagine. But how important is it for him to develop all those skills that he doesn't have right now?
The ball skills of big guys is critical. You know, I think that the ability to hand off, the ability to take 2 or 3 dribbles and make a play for somebody else, the ability to catch it in the seam and read the attack and the action. What that does, all those things that Jay creatively comes up with, is it builds just this, this ability to handle all of that. But, you know, if you look at the way all these teams are playing, you know, Bam Adebayo in a lot of ways is the hub of the offense. You know, they're running everything at the elbows through him, the top of the key through him, plays point a lot for him. Not necessarily that you'd ever put Taco in those positions, but he does have to be able to hand off, hit a backdoor pass, drive it from the top of the key if he's open, and do what he does best. That stuff just makes him better. The more a big can handle the ball, the more a big can make the quick right read, the more versatile their options are as they move through their career.
Final question for Coach Mark Murphy.
Hey, Brad. Excuse me. As long as you've known Spo, what's it like getting into an extended series with him, just matching adjustment for adjustment, just that whole process?
Well, he's great, you know, and I don't want to pretend like I know him super well. Certainly I've gotten to know him a little bit better since we've been here, just from walking by him and being around, you know, teams being nearby for the last 80 days or so. But I think the greatest, as great as he is as a coach, I think that his humility stands out. I just think he's an excellent person. And, you know, obviously he does great stuff. They do great stuff. But that greatness combined with his sense of humility is awfully impressive.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.